All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, John D. Clauser, or Juan D. Clauser, whichever one you prefer. I think I usually do it the other way around. This is episode 298 of this wonderful podcast I do by myself, in a room by myself, probably for myself. Hope you're doing well. Swell. Salutations. I'm doing all right. My voice is... You know what? It really has been off and on all day. Last week, I think it was like Friday, I was like, I'm not feeling that great. I'm not like sick, but I'm like, my throat itches a little bit. And then I was at work and people were like, someone was like, yeah, you look a little under the weather. Are you okay? And I'm like, well, yeah, at the moment I'm kind of fine. I don't know. I think I'm good. I think what abasterated it, what's the word, is on Saturday, I went golfing by myself. I don't know why I could just say went golfing. And when I went golfing, it was raining and it was really windy. And I was wearing 3 layers. I had a long sleeve turtleneck, like a thermal. And then I had a sweater. And then I had a vest on. And I had a beanie on. You think that would have been enough? It was just a slow day because I got stuck behind a dad with 3 kids, and then the guy after that. Because then, like, I saw the 3 kids. They went and they were like, they had on T1, hole 1, they had teed off. And then I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to just go down. And once I drove down, there's a guy who's parked on the side because, like, hole 1 is here. There's, like, the pathway here. And then right over here, you can park your cart because this is where you can go and you can, practice, the driving range. And so I was assuming, I'm like, oh, I could get in real quick. And then, then at that point, you kind of feel bad because etiquette-wise, you're not supposed to be so close to someone else while they're teeing off. It's actually considered kind of rude. And so I had to apologize, which is such a hilarious thing because I'm just standing there waiting in line, perfectly fine, completely out of the way. It's not like I'm like right behind him being like, hey, what's up? So yeah, then I was stuck behind it, and then out of nowhere he left. Because usually on that course you can dart around a lot. But talking about golf, a buddy of mine texted the group, a bunch of my high school friends, texted the group asking, hey, does anyone want to go golf? And so I'm going golfing on Sunday. I've never played it. It's like Meadow Rowley or something like that, and Meadow Royal Meadows. This is what Royal Meadows. I've never golfed there before. That's why I heard it's like it's a pretty lackluster course, but it's wide. Golf balls don't get lost really easily. Apparently, I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a lot like my practice course because it's in like the same. So there's in the greater Kansas City area, like public courses, there's like clubs, right? So there's like a title. So it's like Top Golf. Let's just use that title. Or like Major Golf. Let's use Major Golf. So it's a different thing. So that's the thing. That's the company. That's like the whole infrastructure, right? So then underneath there's like different tiers of golf courses. So some of them are a little bit better than others. Some of them are dirt cheap. It's one of those things. Like, because like some of them are like you have to, when you book your tee time, you have to pay right there. Some of them you can just pay like $1.25 and you just reserve the spot. And then once you get to the clubhouse, then you pay. And you pay. Most of the time they just do that so they can try to sell you on something like food or drinks or gear, whatever. And so, but the nicer ones, they don't need to do that. What they do is most of the time you just pay for your round up front, and then you show up, and then you just like basically some courses you clock in or check in, and they give you the key. Some of them you can just walk and get the keys already in the location. It really just depends. It's actually, you have to just look. You never really know. And once you go there once, you know the etiquette of that course, and then you go to what do they call them, a general or like a starter, and he has like the whole roster of who's booked that day. And sometimes some rosters require you to have like a receipt. Some of them you're good as long as you just have your name. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just different on some places are just different than others, but it's a fun time. So we're gonna go there. Yeah, interesting. It's gonna be nice because I haven't seen these guys, and we only get to see each other because they're all married now. All my high school friends are married, and except one. I think he's the only one. He's the one that he's the one that like texted the group, and so I responded, and I'm like, well, the other ones have kids. Like my friend Michael, he has 4 now. My friend Tyler, he has 1, but then he has another one coming. He in, like middle of next year, I think it's like during the summertime, like June or July. I think that's when the baby's being born, which is crazy. And then my friend Kyle, and he has 1 who's like, I think the kid's like 10 now. What's so crazy is like, I used to get drunk with these guys. I used to get belligerently drunk. I used to get stoned with these guys. And now I see, like, I'm like, yeah, fucking 4 kids. Like, you have kids in like another 10 years. Like, they're gonna be in high school. I imagine like, it's gonna be so cool to see you as a dad, and then, like, you're gonna have these kids that are in high school, and what's gonna be so cool is like hearing like these stories, and the thing is like I'm getting older, and I'm also like getting to a place where I don't feel as uncomfortable as I used to. I think it's just maturing as a male, is that like just calling and saying what's up, and I need to start doing that more. That needs to be a thing I need to start doing, especially with them, and just check in to be, hey, you know what? I just wanted to call, say what's up. I don't think that'd be weird. I don't think that's weird at all. Because I really don't like the fact that like I only see them. I'm connected to them through like social media, but like we all live different lives now, and which is fine. Nothing's wrong with that, but it's also like these kids are cool. These people are cool. I love them like brothers. And like when we graduated, we got, we partied. Like we did everything. We went to like so our senior year, like once we graduated high school, and like before, I guess it was after graduation. So we had like a graduation party all together. So the guys I just named, we all had our friend Eric too. He has 2 kids as well, but he adopted, but he's not with his wife anymore. He's with another girl. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I don't ask on that. He's the only one out of our group that is divorced, I guess, or was married. And I'm assuming they're divorced. I don't know. Again, I don't call them, and I need to call them more. I don't know, and I feel like it'd be weird. And I also think too, because they have kids, and I don't have kids, and my life is pretty much this plus golf plus Xbox plus writing plus filming. Like my world's different. My world's just a completely different world. So I'm like, maybe because I'm 36. We're 36. We're going on 37 pretty soon. In less than like about a month and a half, I turn 37. So it's just one of those things. Nothing's wrong. But I just like I need to start doing that. I think this is a thing I need to start doing. Yeah, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I talked about this on the podcast because it's something I'm going to need to do. And like, it's only weird if I do think it's weird. It's only weird for the first couple times. The thing is, you understand, like my group of friends, we were never like emotionally like that. I was like the most emotional one out of the group, in the sense of like when we had a senior party together. where like friends and family came. They saw like where we're going to go to college, what we're doing, that kind of thing. And then we had like a bunch of pictures together. I had an invitation, that kind of thing. And then we graduated. We had our senior party the night before, which was crazy. I've told you guys that story where the Audi got caught on fire. Someone stole an Audi. None of our friends, because like the party was out on a farm. One of our good girlfriends at the time, I don't know, she was a girl who banged Kyle and dated him mostly all through high school, and then senior year started banging Michael, and that was a crazy, cool, weird thing. And then during that time, Kyle then ended up started dating this other girl named Morgan, which now is his wife, who he ended up having this kid with, and they're happily married. It's crazy how the world works. But at the time, it was like, whoa. And like, there was like myself, Tyler, and Evan, and we're just like, what the fuck? And like, Eric every once in a while popped in. At that point, Eric was very, he just didn't eat with me. I guess I shouldn't speak for the group. I should just only speak for myself. Like him, he never really, he was always invited, but he never came over to like movie nights and things, because it just didn't seem like it was a thing that he ever wanted to do. So just one of those things, you know? It's just one of those things. But yeah, like, that's what I need to do. I just need to say fuck it and just call and be like, hey, I'm calling because I miss you. And I we're getting older now. The world is crazy, and that just might be because we see everything, and everyone's having kids, and I want to know how are you doing, and how your kids are doing, how it is to be a fucking dad. Because I know you as being someone who used to fucking drink and party with, and we used to play sports with, and win state championships with. So I was like, what's up now? So yeah, I'm glad I talked about this through my podcast. This is way different than what I was going to talk about. What I was going to talk about in the opening thing was, well, I didn't think my voice was going to go. That was the first thing. Listen up to it. It's just every man has a moment in life, everyone knows someone back. It was so funny, like back when like you could smoke all the time, everyone knew someone who sounded just like this. Everyone knew, everyone had someone. But now, since it's like such shunned upon, you have to like walk 1,000 feet away from any building. People don't know it as much. They don't know it as much, It's so funny because if I just keep it calm and still, that's where my voice goes the most. But if I start pushing a little bit more, I can kind of get through it a little bit faster. It's the crazy thing about this. This is one thing I love about of learning and getting better at this thing called a podcast. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I keep telling people. This is the thing I keep telling people. If I do it up here too, that works. Yeah, because it relieves the tension off my voice, and it just makes it easier. But what is that just doing something that just makes you have to get better, and you don't have to have any reward with it. You just do it just to see if you can get better at something. I don't know. I think it's always good to have something like that. But I'm also dumb. I'm incredibly dumb. I'm a guy who sits in a room with a Jurassic Park poster behind him. Anyway, so we're about 15 minutes into this podcast. Should we do the video of the week? Should we? Okay. All right. This is a good one. All right. Here we go.
You better get on back up, my man. Back the fuck up. Fuck you, the fuck with me today, ho.
What's up?
Hello. Damn. Fuck with me today, I dare you. Come on.
Damn it.
Come on, I dare you, bitch.
Outside.
I fucking dare you.
Outside.
Get the fuck off my fucking man. And I'll kill you, ho.
Your man's right here.
That's why you was in his face. Stay the fuck out of his face.
Get the fuck.
I swear to God, I'll hurt you bad.
You want
Bitch,
to
I'll
bet?
make you see Jesus. You want to bet?
Go,
Don't go there. Don't do it.
Get the fuck off me, you retard.
Oh, hey, what?
Outside! Outside! Outside!
You're gonna hurt her, Patty.
Outside!
Troy, get the woman, man.
Outside!
Bitch, I'll blast you with this and I'll cut your fucking
Please
brain.
don't do that. Don't belong to her.
Welcome to the John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
Fuck off me, you retard.
So, guys, recently my algorithm is crazy. So, one of two things, because I dated this girl and she wanted her feet like licked and stuff like that, and she was hot enough, and I'm like, cool. I'm like, I don't care, I'll do it. It's like for most guys, I think it's like hotness to like, okay, I'll do it ratio. So, it is not that big of a deal. She's gonna wash her feet. Plus, I would make her wash her feet. I would literally watch her wash her feet. You get sick. You get a throat sickness, and then still do a podcast and tell me your throat's not going to go out a little bit. You know what's funny is the fact that my voice has been like this. My voice, I've been, all like in my nose and my throat all week, and this is the first time that it's been, my voice is starting to go out. It's funny how it does that right before a podcast. Anyway, it's almost like the universe wants my voice to go out so that I do a podcast. That's weird. Anyway, what were we talking about? But yeah, this video, my algorithm, feet. So what's so funny is I dated this girl who wanted her feet licked and all this, and she's like, I have to have this. This is my thing. This is why I got it. I'm like, whatever, do not care. Cool, I'll do it. And so then all I do is get feet stuff, and then I've been getting some really weird fucking videos lately. It's just, that algorithm, I don't know anymore. I don't know what to look at what and what to call what and what it could be. It's just so fucking silly. It's all dumb, but yeah. So that was the video of the week. So we can move on. Here's the next video. Here we go.
I just wanted to remind you, if you had a pet that died, you don't have to get over it. You have to move forward. You don't have to move on. You can miss them for the rest of your life and it will be valid. If someone ever says like, oh, it was just a pet, kiss my ass. Okay? This was the love of my life. It's like, yeah, of course I want her on the mantle. Yeah, of course I'm going to talk about her day and night. Of course I'm not changing my username because I am always pot roast mom in life and death. When we're in hell together, me thinking she's going to do the other half of the hard work. I think you have to try. I think you have to try to honor their memory. I think you have to try to get to a place where you can help other cats, other pets. I think you need to try to put kindness out in the world and not let your loss make you bitter or angry. No, not that. You can be angry. You can be angry. I was angry for a really long time. But just don't let anyone dismiss your grief. Because that's crazy and bananas and not their business. And I love you. And it'll be okay. Bye.
This girl's crazy, but I bet she sucks dick well. Like, really well. Really, really well. Yeah, I would never, as much as I love, it's almost like I would never want to clone my animal too. Like, you know how you heard Tom Brady, but he has money invested into that company. So it makes sense that he would do that. That makes total sense. And it probably isn't even true. He probably is just saying that just to stir a pot. When he stirred the pot, that's probably what he was doing. That's all that was. All right, here's the next video. I hope I don't get copyright. So you might hear it, you might not. We're going to find out. All right, here we go.
Oh, you pissed off God. You'll see what he's got. 9/11. You ain't God. You ain't God.
9/11. Anyway, just weird white people doing weird white people shit. And here's an Asian person doing another weird Asian shit. Here we go.
They start off their light show like this. Okay, run away. That's not a light show. That's a seizure. Call an ambulance.
Actually, I feel like I've shown you this one. I don't know. I might have not one. I don't know. There was a couple videos. I apologize. Let me make up for it. Here we go.
Does anyone else keep their hair from their hairbrush in a jar to give to the birds so that they can make nests out of it because they like it, and then to keep it away from witches? Because I do. In the process of doing that, I want to show you how I used to do my hair for middle school. I was in middle school 2013-14, and all I would do is I'd straighten this part into where it looked like greasy as fuck, even though it wasn't, and then the rest of it had no curl cream whatsoever, and also had no eyebrows, so I looked bald.
We all used to do things. I, during the summer, would dye my hair blonde. Like, all my hair blonde. Like, beach blonde bomb. Like, multiple times blonde. Like, 3-4 times dye it blonde. So it's like that blonde. For no reason. And, like, my hair grows so fast that, like, the roots started coming out in, like, 3-4 days. Anyway, and I would do it, and then it would eventually get worse and worse and worse because the dye would get lighter and lighter, so just like piss. And so I get called, sometimes I get called piss head, which was hilarious, or burnt marshmallow, which was also funny. These were comedic and were necessary because this is what you did to people who did dumb things. And I do it every summer. And it would look good for a while, for a bit, because it'd be blonde, and I just, and then it wouldn't, because you should re-dye it, but I didn't, because my mother was very strict on that kind of stuff. Like, I had to, it was hard to talk to her to let me dye my hair. She's like, no, don't do that. Why would you want to do that? And then I did it. It was not dumb, but dumb. Dumb, but not dumb. All right. Yeah. And that's a story I haven't thought of. That's just something I haven't thought about in years. All right. Next video. All right. Here we go.
Because it just happened, but my wife and I just went to the grocery store right by our house, just to buy junk food and stuff, because we're really tired. Just wanted some sweet treats. And we were walking down an aisle, and there were two guys that walked up next to us. Peyton walked away, my wife walked away for just a second, and they were snickering to their to themselves or something, and I didn't really think much of it, so I'm just looking at the candy aisle trying to decide what candy I want, and he walks by and gets inches from me and just rips one, farts this far from me. That's disgusting to say. I can't even believe I'm having to say this, but he did. And about that time, Peyton walked up, didn't witness what happened, but seconds later, and I'm upset, and I follow after him. I was like, is there a reason? You were just so disrespectful to me. Called you in here. Come here. And he, never felt so dehumanized.
fart on her because I wanted to fart on her. I did. All right, here's the next video. This is a good one.
Pee drinking update, guys. All right, so I started drinking my pee, I'd say 4 days ago, 5 days ago. I only did it for 3 days. I've been doing some meridian work. I play with tuning forks. Well, I don't play with tuning forks. I'm a biofield tuner, and so I've been using tuning forks on my meridians. Anyways, so it was just too much on my body, so I had to pause. But it was actually quite incredible. And so this is what I learned. That's going to be the next video.
Okay, cool. Awesome sauce. That was some good stuff. All right. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Well, those are the videos of the week. That was the videos of the week. So we're going to continue on. We're going to move to the next segment because I have like about exactly 4 minutes left in this podcast, guys. It's almost like I procrastinate for about a good 45 minutes every time before this podcast. And then I do the podcast and I get about right here and I'm like, John, you got this. You know, all you got to do is just start it. You just got to start it. The funny thing is I always try to think of like a way to begin it. So I told you I was going to talk about like I was going to talk about something and then like I ended up not even using it because I'm like, I was about to start talking about it, but then I'm like, that's going to eat up the time for the video. But then I just bring it up. That's the thing is like the rule of it is like you don't bring something up and not then talk about it because that's so rude to do to your audience. I guess I should do it. So when Julius Caesar was 25 years old, he was studying at a school, and he was in Rome, and then he would go down to like the southern part of Italy, I believe, or something like that. But this is quite irrelevant to the whole part of the story. The only part you need to really know about the relevancy of the travel part is because he was on a boat. That's the way he chose to do the transportation. And one time when he was on the route, he got captured by some pirates, and these pirates demanded I believe it was like a 25 like a 25 currency money. And so Julius Caesar like, do you know who I am? Apparently he didn't know who he was. They're like, you should ask for 50. And so the pirates were like, sure, why not? And so during the time that it took to get the ransom money, it took about 4.5, 5 months. Julius Caesar was living with these people who basically kidnapped him. And, he would like play games with them, hang out with them, joke with them, cook with them, all that stuff. And he would tell them on occasion that like, hey guys, when I get free, I'm going to come back and I'm going to kill all y'all. I'm going to kill every fucking one of y'all. And, they would just laugh and he would laugh and everyone would just think that it was just a big funny joke. Then the ransom money came and Julius Caesar was freed. And guess what he did? He went to Rome, came back, got a militia, and he went and he captured those goddamn fucking pirates and he killed every single one of them. But how he did it was he crucified them and then he single-handedly slit every one of their throats. It was great and crazy because as psychotic as to kidnap somebody, it is even more crazy to then kidnap them, crucify them, and slit their throat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got less than a minute left on this podcast, and this is pretty much where the podcast will end for this week. I hope I don't know if you want to like, comment, subscribe, do what you want to do. Yeah. Wash your hands, look both ways, tell your parents I said hi, look out for deer. Yeah, be safe, have fun, get a hobby, do something fun in the world. And I will talk to you guys on the next episode. And hopefully my voice is better next week. All right. Good night.